Next, let's take a look at the protein structures, 蛋白质的结构。Protein structure has this four levels. The first one is called the primary structure. Primary structure is just basically a polypeptide chain with a particular sequence of amino acids. So this look like this. This each block here, each box here means one amino acid. And this has the N terminal and the C terminal, N terminus and the C terminus. And at the N terminus is the methionine, next the valine. In this example, next glutamic acid, and alanine, serine, and serine is the C terminal amino acid, like this. For protein, normally they have more than 100 amino acid residues. And next is the secondary structure. It is a three-dimensional arrangement of segment of a polypeptide. 二级结构呢是多肽片段的三维排列。Secondary structure are formed by hydrogen bonds between amine groups and carbonyl groups of amino acid residues. 二级结构由氨基酸残基的氨基和糖基之间的氢键所形成。The first second structure is called alpha helix, a right-handed spiral structure. To be alpha helix, it must meet the following structural requirements. 阿尔法螺旋是个右手螺旋，要成为这个阿尔法螺旋呢，就必须满足以下的要求。Each turn of helix has 3.6 amino acid residues. 螺旋的每一圈呢有3.6个氨基酸残基。The carbonyl of one amino acid residue is a hydrogen bond with the amino group of the amino acid fourth down to the peptide chain. You can see this is it's a structure like this. Carbonyl group here, and then with the amino acid residue, four amino acid part, the amino group of the fourth amino acid residue form the hydrogen bond. Then the form this alpha helix, and the arching along point outward. So the R groups of amino acid residues extend outward from the axis of the helix. 氨基酸的残基的 R 集团呢，从螺旋向外延伸。The second secondary structure is called a beta strand. Two or more beta strands, beta sheets, two or more beta strands of peptide fragment line up side by side to form a beta sheet. Beta sheet has the following features. 贝塔片层两条或多层肽片段的贝塔链呢，并排列并形成一个贝塔片层。贝塔片层有以下特征。The first one, all the hydrogen bond formed between carbonyl group and the amino group line on the plate of the beta sheet. 糖基和氨基之间形成的氢键都为这个贝塔平面的贝塔片层的平面上。This is what it look like. Okay, you can see those hydrogen bonds between adjacent beta strands, and those hydrogen bonds formed between carbonyl group of one residue with amino group of another residue. This is the plate. Hydrogen bonds are formed between carbonyl and amino groups between two adjacent strands. 在两条 相邻链之间的 carbonyl and amino 基串之间形成氢键。The R groups of the amino acid residues oriented above or below the plate of the beta sheet。氨基酸残基的这个 R 集团呢，位于这个贝塔片层的上方或者下方。The next is called tertiary structure. Tertiary structure is a three-dimensional structure folded by an entire single peptide chain. Generally, the hydrophilic groups on the surface of the protein interact with the water molecule and the ions in the aqueous environment. Hydrophobic groups form a core of tertiary structure of the protein while van der Waals interactions. In addition, salt bridges, hydrogen bonds, and disulfide bonds are also formed for maintaining stability of the structure. 三级结构呢是由整条肽链折叠而成的三维结构，通常亲水阶段位于蛋白质表面，与水环境的水分子和离子相互作用。疏水阶段通过范德瓦相互作用力呢，形成一个蛋白质三级结构的核心。因此呢，此外呢还有盐桥键 salt bridge hydrogen bond 氢键和这个 disulfide bond 二硫键，以保持结构的稳定性。The last one is called quaternary structure formed by two or more polypeptides peptide chains. Each polypeptide chain is called subunit. 四级结构呢是由两个和多个多碳链组成的，每个多碳呢成为一个亚基 subunit。This is an example. This is hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is formed by four peptide chains, two alpha and two beta. Look like this. And you have the different colors, and blue, red, yellow, and the gray. It's four subunits. It's a hemoglobin, quaternary structure.